Hello?
Hello, Carolina.
Yes, this is her.
Hey, you can hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes. This is Zach Moonshine. You're live right now on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation Radio. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. We just got done blasting a couple of your new tracks, and I gotta say, man, that shit is fucking insane. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, thank you.
Can you give us a brief history, a breakdown of like, so how did y'all start, and how did this band come together?
Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this goes back... sorry, hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so this goes back to 2015. I used to live in New York City. Now I live in Ohio, close to Cleveland. And so when I lived in New York, I played in a band, and there's a venue called Samvitis, and every time I played there, I was always, really happy to see other female musicians in other bands. So I got to meet a couple of other musicians. Our ex-vocalist was one of them, and our current bass player. We were the founders of the band. We got together and we decided we wanted to play, extreme death metal, but all female. Because it gets tiring when you're the only girl in the band and guys are being guys. So so it started kind of like as a project, and then we started looking for a guitar player, and we found Priscilla, but she was visiting over from Norway, and we got to jam and all that, but then she went back, and it was really difficult to continue the project with her because she was so far, and the time difference and all that. So we did the demo, the EP with her, but then we had to part ways because it was very difficult to work like that. And then we worked on the full length album for a long time. We had a lot of major setbacks, but here we are 7-8 years later. That's the result of a lot of work and a lot of endurance.
Hell yeah.
So the original members that are still in the band are Robin and myself. Robin Mason, she's also in Dercada and Gruesome. She's a major celebrity in the metal community. I know a lot of people know Robin, and then myself. And we have Clarissa as the vocalist now, who is amazing. She's super killer. And Kim Orellana, she lives in California. We came across her on Facebook, and we really liked what we saw, and we contacted her, and she was... Hello?
Hey, we lost you there.
Hey, I know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got
Where did you left off?
You were...
Hello?
Yeah, I can you hear me?
Our guitar player? Yes, it's for some reason it's cutting off a little bit.
Must be the connection or something. I don't know, but yeah.
I have full signal, but yeah. Anyways, we found Kim on online, and then she was willing and able to, be a part of the band. So then, we just continued on working on the full length album, and here we are. It comes out on July 29th through Dark Descent Records.
So I gotta ask, how did you guys come up with the name of the band Castrator?
Oh, well, that's me. I came up with the name. So we had a Facebook group, a private group, and we started doing just like throwing names out, like what would be a cool name for an old girl death metal band. And we threw a bunch of names, and then I came up with that name, and it was like an immediate yes. It was like so funny, it's so perfect. But it wasn't anything like like we're against men. It's just like it's like funny,
Yeah, it kind of cracked me up whenever I saw the email from Clawhammer. I was already thinking about it. When I read the email and I saw the name, I started laughing. I said, "Oh, this is fucking awesome! Like, I got to check this out. Oh, what the hell is this going to be?" And right away when I was thinking that, he was already emailing me and asking me if I'd be interested in interviewing, and I was like, hell yeah! I was already gonna.
Oh, thank you.
So it's cool.
Thank you for giving us the time and the airspace or airplay, however you call it.
Yeah, of course. So tell us about your background. Like, how did you get into playing drums, and what were some of your influences when you were growing up?
I started playing drums when I was like 13. I started playing with my brother, and when we started playing punk, with because it's easy and it's angry, and when you're a teenager, that's all you want to do. You just want to bang on something. But then, the more you play, the better you want to get. And then for my 15th birthday, I asked for a drum set. And then, it all evolved into metal somehow. And then, we started listening to metal. I remember listening to Metallica. And I'm not that. I started kind of going backwards from like the 90s into the 80s. Like, first thing I heard was like late Metallica, and then I started going backwards. Same with Death. First thing I heard from Death was Sound of Perseverance, and then I started going back into like their earliest albums, Leprosy and I can't remember. Sorry, the individual thought patterns and all those albums, and just the complexity of it. I just wanted to play more and more. I remember listening to I was in high school and I listened to Demo Burger, and I was like, that can't be real, like how Nick Barker played just so fast and blast beats and dope. It's like, that can't be real. And then next thing you know, I'm watching a video and I was like, yeah, I want to play like that, so just kept pushing myself into being more and more extreme, and here I am, just keep pushing myself to trying to be faster and more technical. And I guess right now my main influences are very diverse because I listen to everything now. Like, I love Stuart Copeland. I recently did a Police cover of Murder by Numbers, but I also I love more complex things. Like, I would love to do like a Deeds of Flesh cover, and just keep it wide open, not in a little box, but more broad. I love Pestilence. I love Morbid Angel. I love Immolation, Demolish. Just, there's so many good bands out there.
That's cool. That's funny. When you mention going backwards, it reminds me of when I was a kid and I was getting into a lot of bands. I remember I was watching Headbangers Ball and stuff, and I was seeing bands like Overkill and Sepultura and stuff, and I was getting into them. And I had this friend that was down the road. He was older than me, and I'd go over there and I'd tell him about it. I'm like, yeah, man, have you heard of this? And of course he was always like, yeah, of course, I got all this stuff. But he would always tell me, he would be like, you should always go and buy their first album. Like, and I was like, why is that? And he was like, because then you'll see, like, you'll get a real feel for the band and how they transitioned through time. Especially like a band like Death, like they evolved into something completely different. Like, they started super raw and heavy, and at the end they were super technical. Same with Sepultura. Sepultura in the beginning was super heavy and angry, and at the end they were more technical, which, I love Sepultura. It's a huge influence for me. I just saw them live at MDF. They played the Beneath the Rise. Oh my God, that was insane. Hell yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I had Max Cavalera on the show a few weeks ago, and man, what a cool guy. Yeah, he's definitely an example of a human being. Now, if you guys could play with anybody at a show or a festival or something like that, who would it be? What would be like your dream lineup? Okay, so I always joked about this just because of the names of the bands,
I think Dying Fetus, Aborted, and Castrator would be a killer lineup. Right?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, because the names alone would be amazing. But, I mean, like, we would love to play with Cannibal Corpse because they're a huge influence for all of us. I mean, Suffocation, Deicide. I mean, like, for me, Deicide is the dream band. Like, I would love to tour with those guys.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, that would be awesome. So tell us about some of these songs. Like, what are some of the lyrics and stuff like that about? Can you tell us about that?
Sure. Okay. Let me, I guess, start with the order of the songs. So the first track of the album is Dawa of Tesasai. That song is inspired by Malala, who is a young activist that was shot. She was shot in the head for speaking out for education for girls because the Taliban was oppressing, and they wanted girls to stay home and not have any education. So anyway, she got shot. So I wanted to write a song that was kind of like a tribute to her because it's a strong message, and it's important. It's important for me in music to have a message,
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I mean, I know we play death metal. Some of the songs are more generic or general about, like, lyric wise, like death metal, like serial killer, all that. But yeah, Malala is special. I wrote the lyrics for that song. It's very close to my heart. Song 2, Tormented by Atrocities, is also, I wrote the lyrics for that song. That song is about a person that cannot control, like, killing impulses and it's always tormented by that the need to kill, the need to always torment, because, in death metal you have to have that kind of darkness, and that's what death metal's for, Before My Existence is, those lyrics were written by Robin and myself, and that's more of a dark, kind of abstract concept, more like I don't even know. It's like a mental thing. I mean, you'll have to read the lyrics to interpret them your way. They're pretty abstract. Inquisition Sin, Song 4, is a song. I wrote the lyrics for that song. That song is about the witches that were killed by the church. We're going to have a playthrough video for that song soon. The solo in that song is a guest appearance by Kenny from Obituary, the guitar player.
Nice.
Yeah. Voices of Evirato, Song 5. That's a strong song. That song is about back in the 1700s, 1600s, back in the Dark Ages. Little kids used to be castrated to have that pure voice forever. So they kept the, like, little kid voice for the rest of their adult life. And yeah, it was like mutilation of kids just so they would have a pure voice forever, so they could sing in the churches, so they could sing in the choirs. That song was written by Robin and myself, and it's also very close to my heart. It's a very, very good song. That song has a lead by Moises Koesny of Christian, and his solo is so awesome. It's so dark. It's awesome. Forsaken and Deprived, Song 6, is a song about Jane Does, all the Jane Does in the world, cases that are never solved. I wrote the lyrics for that song. It's, I love to watch crime documentaries, and it's just amazing to me how many women are killed daily and they're never solved, Mm-hmm. It's very sad. Sinister Minds is actually the very first song we ever wrote, but we never recorded. And it's kind of like Tormented by Atrocities. It's also I mean, the title pretty much explains what the song is about. It's just a mind that's very sinister and needs to cause pain and misery and carnage and all that. Purge the Rotten Ones, song 8, is the song about Eileen Wuornos, the female serial killer from Florida. I don't know, I'm pretty sure most people are familiar with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a song about her. 9, Tyrant's Verdict was our first video that we released. I wrote those lyrics very inspired by a person that did me wrong and backstabbed me, gaslighted me, and I'm sure everyone has someone like that in their life that, you think it's a friend or someone really close to you, and then next thing you know, they're backstabbing you. And then the last song of the album is a cover, a tribute to the mighty Venom, Countess Bathory. We love playing that song. That song is so much fun, and I know it's about killing women, but it's a woman killing women. So, there's that too. It's just not all against man. And that's it. That pretty much wraps it up. I mean, I know that's quick, but that's a quick synopsis of what the lyrics are about.
You know what? I gotta say. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I forgot to say the album was produced and part written, or we got a lot of help from Dan Gonzalez from Possessed and Gruesome. He's currently also touring with Cavalera. He's an amazing guitar player. He's also very talented. He helped produce the whole thing, and it was mixed and mastered by Jared Pritchard, who is a genius behind the board.
Hell yeah. Well, I gotta say, you know what? I already liked you guys just based on the name and the sound of the music, but now, after you just told me all that stuff, I gotta get this album.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we love metal. We love death metal. I mean, like we don't ever wanna create more division. Or, a lot of people, like, we've gotten a lot of hate because people think we're against men and all that. At the end of the day, I mean, like, people are going to think whatever they want. We're in because we love death metal, and it should be equal for everybody,
For sure. And you know what? I talked to one of the guys in Dia's side. I'm going to tell them about you guys and tell them they need to take you guys on the road.
Yeah, please do. Fucking, I love it.
I don't know if they'll listen to me, but I'll try.
Okay, fair enough.
So tell me about the album art. I really like the artwork. Can you tell us about that? Is there a story behind that?
The artwork we couldn't have gotten a better artist. The artist is John Sig. He's based in Texas. He's also a tattoo artist, but he's old school, masterful. He gets what you want and more. He has a very dark vision. We gave him the concept, and then he blew us away. He's just amazing. He also did our logo because when we parted ways with our old vocalist, we had to change our logo because there was some dispute over that. So he did the new one, and we love it even more than the old one.
Oh yeah.
And the artwork was we wanted like a very dark, kind of like not a feminine but not a masculine figure, like demon deity kind of thing going on. And then he did the freaking like graveyard of emasculators, and he did that like alien background. We're like, oh my god, he's just insane. He's one of a kind. I highly recommend him.
Awesome. So you guys have a new video coming out. Is there anything else coming up that you want to let people know about?
Yeah, so the album comes out on July 29th, and Dark Descent Records is an amazing label. They have a lot of promotion going on and all that. But I'm editing the videos myself, and so we're doing 4 videos before the album comes out. So we already did Tyrant's Verdict, which was the first video, and then we just released the lyric video for Jawa, which is Sapside. And then the next video is going to be the playthrough for Inquisition Sins. That should come out within the next 2 or 3 weeks. And then the last video is going to be released on the release date, July 29th, and that's going to be the second song, Fermented by Atrocities, and that's going to be that's the second song. I just said that of the album. This is going to be the main video. Hopefully we get a good response. I mean, so far we've gotten a great response, and hopefully we get some tours happening, some shows happening. We really want to be on the road, and we really want to put the album out there and make it happen. We're all eager to leave death metal. Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, well, I guess I'm about out of questions for you. Is there anything else you want to let the people know?
Well, I want to say thank you for everyone that tuned in and is listening. I want to give a big shout out to my bandmates, Clarissa, Kim, and Robin. They're amazing, and my sisters in metal. I also want to give a big shout out to Madeline. She is helping us with our 4th video. She's doing all the special effects and all that, which I'm very excited about. I'm grateful and thankful that you had us in your show.
Anytime. Well,
thank you.
Before I let you go, can I get you to make us a station tag real quick?
How do you want me to do that?
Whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Castrator, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
Awesome. Okay. This is Carolina from Castrator, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Awesome. Fuck yeah. All right, well,
thank you so much.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to blast some more Castrator for these motherfuckers so they can go crazy. All right?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, we'll talk to you later, and hopefully we'll see you on the road.
See you on the road.
All right, cheers.
Bye.
There you have it, folks. Castrator live on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation fucking Radio. Like I told you earlier, put your speakers in your fucking windows, put them in your front lawns, put them in your neighbor's driveway. If you're living in the basement, duct tape your speakers to the ceiling. If you're in the attic, put your speakers on the floor. If you're in the fucking back of a taxi cab or a Uber car or a fucking city bus and you're listening to this fucking show on your fucking cell phone, you were badass. But pull your earbuds out and crank your fucking phone up all the fucking way, man. If you don't fucking see U-Haul trucks everywhere tomorrow, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. But I mean, seriously, man, it is really easy to just reach out like I'm doing right now, grab the volume knob and crank it all the fucking way to the right. This is Castrator doing a cover of Venom's Countess Bathory. Crank it the fuck up. Loud as a fuck.